Hi, everyone. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for being here. And I also wanted to acknowledge Mayor Roswarski, who is joining us virtually, as all of you are.
Hey, everybody.
um, Thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us to really honor the work of the arts in 2020. And like every sector, we were definitely in a crunch this year as it presented some very unique, hopefully once in a lifetime challenges. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that last year at this time was the last time that we all were together and actually celebrating our annual celebration. And like many things, and all of us, we've learned to adapt to this world of Zoom and virtual integration. Some of us are better than others at it. I try to keep up on it, but more than anything, I allow the board of directors who are pros at this to really direct me and share with me all of the greatest information about how to spotlight and share screens and also adjust sound. So I hope you all will enjoy today's annual celebration as we welcome in our new year and our new board of directors. I have had the pleasure of serving with the Tippecanoe Arts Federation for the last 13 years. And again, 2020 was a very unique opportunity for all of us. We did have to pivot and we reinvented the two fundraising events that we have, which is Tap for TAF and also the Taste of Tippecanoe. Taste went virtual, and that was very different for us, but we wanted to make sure that the community knew that we in the arts community were still here and we still wanted to serve our communities. We also wanted to make sure that we could provide the resources that so many of our arts and cultural organizations depend on the Taste for. We are very grateful for those of you who provided support to all of the arts and cultural sector during this difficult time, which helped us navigate this incredibly difficult year. And just to kind of represent some of the things that we were still able to do during the quarantine, we really took advantage of the opportunity that no one was allowed in our building. But we were able to install a projector in the Wells Grand Reception Hall, which has afforded us the opportunity to work with groups like the Indiana Filmmakers Network, and they'll be presenting some independent films that they've created and also highlight the film sector that's been growing in our state. We were also able to collaborate with the Songwriters Association of Mid-North Indiana, also known as SAMI, who designed and built and installed a state-of-the-art recording studio in the Wells building. Thus far, they have recorded musicians from across the nation, and in fact, we're getting some interest from other professional musicians coming in from other states and also from other countries that really want to work within the unique environment that SAMI has provided within the Wells. We have some outstanding audio technicians, and we really see this as an area for the arts to grow throughout our state, and we're happy to be part of it. I'd also like to say that the summer of 2020 really awakened many individuals' ideas of the systemic racism that exists in our nation and internationally. And to that end, our board and staff came together to create a diversity, equity, and inclusion statement that we are very proud to share with you later on this evening. And I think, just as a testament to our region and the unique makeup of our region, I just wanted to mention that yesterday I received an invitation from the Biden-Harris administration for the National Endowment for the Arts to meet with them to talk about local arts agencies and our roles in growing and healing the nation through the arts. And so I feel very proud to represent the state of Indiana and also to a diverse voice in the state of Indiana. There were 15 of us selected to represent the nation, and we'll be able to have that conversation in a greater capacity on March 22nd. So I look forward to sharing all of that news with them. And because we are a suburban community, then surrounded by a lot of rural communities, they really want to hear our voice at that table. And again, I really want to thank those of you who are joining us today for providing me with the opportunity to do so for our state. Last but not least, I just want to say that, again, many of our not-for-profits have struggled, and all of the work that they're doing is important. And again, we would not be able to do this without the support and contributions from all of you that realize that the arts are a critical part of our community, our health, and our ability to grow. And now I really want to give applause, and if you will all join me to share this message from our board member, Pat Rosen. Pat?
Hello, I'm Pat Rosen, a member of the Tippecanoe Arts Federation Board of Directors. I'm here to welcome you to the 2021 annual celebration and to remind you how vital the Tippecanoe Arts Federation is to the fabric of our community. During the pandemic, the need for the Tippecanoe Arts Federation was greater than ever, with many organizations and artists seeking for opportunities and resources. TAF worked tirelessly to create a comprehensive COVID-19 guide for artists, shift all of its educational programming and exhibitions to virtual platforms, and facilitate the completion of 7 new public artworks in White, Cass, and Tippecanoe counties. TAF went above and beyond to meet unprecedented needs of the arts community in new and innovative ways that had never been considered. And it's all for you. I invite you to check out the virtual exhibitions on TAF's website or visit one of over 70 public art pieces we have facilitated throughout our 14-county service region, including Wabash Walls and Wind Walls. And I hope you'll continue to grow the arts with us in 2021.
Thank you so much, Pat. At this time, I would like to introduce you to 2 more board members, 2 of my favorite board members, if I'm going to play favorites, Melissa Groover and David Hunke.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, y'all. I want to thank my fellow board members, Cameron B. and Stephanie B., and past board member Stacy B., for their work in putting together this list of individuals to help lead TAF into its future. One of my favorite things to do in this community is to be the governance chair for TAF, because I get to know who's coming next before anybody else, you know. So the following names have been placed in nomination in accordance with our bylaws for their first terms ending in 2024. Taylor Capillari, Lydia Coppage, Josh Holman, Christopher Munt, Michelle Rainey, Tanisha Waddell Pyle, Elena Solig, and Cameron Ward.
Thanks, Mel. I'd like to ask for a motion to approve these nominations.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second.
Since there's a motion and a second, is there any other further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion passed. Mel?
Okay, awesome. Love that. Welcome y'all to the board. We'd also like to take this time to recognize our board members that will be completing their terms. Nick Schinkel, Cameron Borthwick, Natasha Duncan, Lori Heath, Florence Adibu, and Brian Yost. So we want to thank you all for your hard work and leadership, and we appreciate all that you've done for TAF and the arts. And to show you of our gratitude, Tisha's about to model the beautiful trophy that you will receive on your way out the door, metaphorically speaking. So the staff will be in touch with you for you to pick up the trophy. So you haven't seen the last of us. We also want to honor our continuing board members, Donnie Alexander, Stephanie Bible, Melissa Gruber, that's me, David Hunke, Laura Kendall, William McErney, Pat Rosen, David Stein, and Blake Walbert. So looking forward to getting to spend some time with you all. At a previously held meeting of the TAF Board of Directors, the following slate of officers were presented and approved for terms beginning April 1st, 2021. President David Hunke, Vice President of Sustainability, Dave Stein, Vice President of Engagement, Stephanie Bible, Treasurer Laura Kendall, and Secretary Blake Walberts. So I'm going to formally introduce you to our new board president, one of my favorite board members, because I love people that say yes when we ask, David Hunke.
Thank you, Mel. Good evening, everyone. I'm looking forward to serving as the next Tippecanoe Arts Federation Board Chair and excited to work with our dedicated board and officers for the coming year. I also want to take this time to thank my employer, the City of Lafayette, as I know some valuable time will be taken away from my daily job functions to serve as the TAF Board Chair. So I hope to see you all soon at the TAF event in the near future. Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, thanks, David. I look forward to completing my board term with you as the president. And I'll be back to tell you all about TAF's board retreat later. Nick Schinkel is going to give us a rundown of our fiscal year 2020 financials, but right now we're going to hear a little bit more about TAF's programs and services. So enjoy this next clip, y'all.
Hello, I'm Ann Fields Monacle, the Chief Operating Officer at TAF. One of my many responsibilities is the coordination and management of our public programs and workshops, including planning our new adult classes, as well as coordinating the after-school arts program, Artreach Instrument Lending Program, and the Visiting Artist Program. Through our programs that happened during 2020, we directly served nearly 12,000 Hoosiers, including nearly 1,900 children in our K-12 programming. Since 2014, TAF has had support from North Central Health Services and the Community Foundation of Greater Lafayette for the Artreach Instrument Lending Program, which ensures equal access to music education by loaning instruments to area students who could not otherwise afford one. In other words, this program enables area students to overcome the economic barrier of participating in school bands and orchestra programs and levels the playing field for all students to have access to the opportunities and benefits of arts education. In fiscal year 2020, TAF provided instruments to 459 students who qualify for free and reduced lunches, and served an additional 615 students through the instrument petting zoos. The After-School Arts Program, also known as ASAP, provides access to the arts in our community. ASAP offers free classes covering the full spectrum of visual, performing, literary, and even culinary arts. ASAP aims to make a meaningful difference in the lives of youth in our community, reinforce academics, improve self-esteem, and inspire creativity. In fiscal year 2020, TAF offered 27 free arts classes and employed 13 local artists and musicians. A total of 294 individual students participated in our classes throughout the year. The Mural Art Initiative is an education outreach program that serves under-resourced populations, particularly those in rural communities. The three primary objectives of this program are to beautify community areas, visually promote the importance of arts in the community, and provide lifelong positive impact on all the project participants. In fiscal year 2020, TAF created 24 murals and employed 14 artists. Serving a region of over 500,000 Hoosiers, we couldn't do it without the support of local businesses and generous individuals like you. Thank you to the following program sponsors that continuously prove their commitment to the arts. Arnie's Pizza, Arconic Foundation, Cargill, Cass County Community Foundation, Cass County Arts Alliance, Carol King Team, Keller Williams Realty, Centier Bank, City of Logansport, Community Foundation of Greater Lafayette, Duke Energy Foundation, First Merchants Bank, Fowler House Kitchen, Greater Lafayette Commerce, Homewood Suites, Horizon Bank, Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs, Ivy Tech Community College, Joshua Dallenberg Keller Williams Realty, Lafayette Kiwanis Foundation, Lafayette Life Foundation, McDonald's, North Central Health Services, Old National Bank, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Q106.7, Russell Company, Shop Smart, 6th Street Dive Bar and Grill, Star City Broadcasting, Stewart and Brannigan Lawyers, Subaru of Indiana Automotive Incorporated, Village Bottle Shop, Visit Lafayette West Lafayette, Wabash Heartland Innovation Network, White County Community Foundation, WLFI TV 18, Wolcott Main Street.
Another service that TAF provides is the facilitation of grants funded by the Indiana Arts Commission and North Central Health Services. We're grateful for the opportunity to grow the arts throughout North Central Indiana by providing important funds to regional organizations. Through the generous support of the Indiana Arts Commission, in fiscal year 2020, we were able to award $45,733 for arts project support, funding a total of 13 programs, and $141,247 for arts organization support, funding a total of 20 organizations. North Central Health Services capital grants funded 10 projects for area organizations, awarding a total of $300,000 to improve and beautify arts and cultural organizations in their facilities region-wide.
I love that. I loved every single thing about that. Growing up, I used to love watching telethons that talked about the arts and were fundraising. And as I was watching, I was just taken back to that. So it's so incredible to see how we're growing the arts regionally. And it's so great to be a part of it. And everybody on this call is a part of that story. And so we're so glad that you're here today and have been with us in the past as well. So thank you, Ann and Tisha. So every year, the board of directors has a retreat that is typically designed to bring us closer together as a team and refocus our objectives, right? And so this year was obviously a little bit different. So we couldn't get close to each other at all, but we were able to hop on a Zoom call and have a really good intensive retreat time together in August. And we came together with our board and our staff to discuss cultural equity with the overall goal of creating an official diversity, equity, and inclusion statement. The addition of the statement was really important to every one of our board members. And both the process and the product was a really great experience for all of us. And we want to read that for you tonight. And after this clip, you're not going to hear from me again. You'll get a chance to hear from Nick Schinkel, our treasurer. So let's hear a little bit more about our diversity and equity statement.
The Tippecanoe Arts Federation works to ensure that all individuals and communities experience the vitality of the arts.
TAF recognizes that many existing systems of power grant privilege and access to the arts unequally.
Equity is crucial to the long-term viability of both the arts and our communities.
We believe that everyone can benefit from the arts.
Reflecting the rich diversity of the communities we serve, the arts we support must embody differences of race, ethnicity, age, disability, size, sexual orientation, gender identity, socioeconomic status, geography, citizenship, immigrant status, and religion.
We believe that every individual, adult or child, should see themselves in the work we do and the art we support.
We believe in fostering an inclusive environment in which different backgrounds, perspectives, neurodiversity, and experiences are heard, valued, and respected.
At TAF, we believe that the arts should be accessible to everyone in the 14-county region we serve, including Benton, Carroll, Cass, Clinton, Fountain, Howard, Jasper, Montgomery, Newton, Pulaski, Tippecanoe, Tipton, Warren, and White counties.
We commit to serving inclusively and with intentionality, actively seeking partnerships with organizations that serve communities that have been historically diverse, underserved, and socioeconomically isolated.
We commit to strengthening relationships with stakeholders and communities within the area it serves, recognizing that communities extends beyond geographical areas and includes a broad range of diversity as a core part of our mission.
We commit to working with artists, organizations, and communities, especially those who are marginalized by our society, centering them as the agents of creating the community where everyone can live and thrive. A world where Black Lives Matter and no body is disposable.
We commit to providing access to the arts to our community members and value the variety of experiences that have formed our community members.
To this end, TAF believes in the importance of developing and utilizing strategies that champion diversity, pursue equity, foster inclusion, and ensure accessibility, especially to those who are underserved.
We apply this by holding ourselves accountable through intentionally and continuously reviewing our organizational structure, policies, operational practices, fundraising, programming, and services for equity and diverse representation.
Where there is underrepresentation, we will actively reach out to communities and develop strategies for elevating their voices and cultural representations.
We believe that by embracing our differences, we enhance our work, the arts sector, our communities, and the world.
Now from a word from our treasurer, Nick Schenkel.
Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I'm delighted and very proud to follow with this treasurer's report for you after we have that presentation this evening. I'm Nick Schenkel, treasurer this year for TAF, and I'm glad and interested to tell you that this past year was a very different fiscal year for TAF. Without major fundraisers, Tap for TAF and Taste for Tippecanoe, TAF was still able to provide programs, workshops, and direct services to almost 12,000 individuals in the community. TAF generated $859,532 in total revenue. This results in only a 2.5 decrease in our total operating cash and was manageable with a careful eye on controllable expenses and with successful applications for the Payroll Protection Program, Indiana Arts Emergency Fund, and the Arts and Cultural Destination Marketing Opportunity, those grant programs. While the later half of the fiscal year was tough, we still raised and received $315,340 in support from members of our community and funders at the local, state, and national level, including $27,536 of in-kind support from businesses in our service area. We were able to help other organizations maintain their course through the pandemic by regranting nearly $487,000 in funds from North Central Health Services and the Indiana Arts Commission. Those grants went to 29 organizations for capital and community development programs in our area. We were also able to continue supporting individual artists by giving them paid work through our mural and after-school arts programming. $79,300 was paid directly to artists for stipends, performances, and commissions. TAF also worked to expand opportunities for individual artists to sell their work directly to people during the holiday season by hosting its first ever Taft Holiday Member Show in the galleries that helped 33 artists sell nearly 200 items to over 400 people who attended the show. National recognition of our programming is well worth noting. Another successful application to the National Endowment for the Arts awarded $30,000 to our community for the Wabash Avenue Crossworks Public Art Project. And Taft took the lead in a partnership with the City of Lafayette that awarded the project a $15,000 tactical urbanism grant from the Indiana State Department of Health. What a year it has been. If you'd like to learn more or receive a physical copy of our fiscal year 2020 annual report, please notify Marketing and Events Director Kara Clark via email or leave your name and contact information in tonight's Zoom chat. Thank you.
And everyone, as a highlight of our annual celebration, we give an award to an outstanding volunteer that is named in honor of Suzanne Stafford. So at this time, I'd like to say roll the clip to find out who the 2021 Suzanne Stafford Award winner is.
I looked back, I used to be on the board from 1986 to 90 something, and I already have a certificate. Suzanne, not the Suzanne Stafford, it was for a dedicated service to Tippecanoe Arts Federation.
Yeah, so you're part of the Taft family already. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you probably know, because you were a past Taft board member, the Suzanne Stafford Memorial Award is for an outstanding arts volunteer in Tippecanoe County. You were nominated by a few different people, and I would like to tell you today that you have won the 2021 Suzanne Stafford Memorial Award for your volunteering in the arts. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your hard work in our community, Trudy. It is truly appreciated, and our arts and culture region thanks you.
Thank you very much.
I want to send my congratulations to Trudy for all her work with the arts in our community. Also at this time, I'd like to express a huge gratitude of thanks to our outgoing board chair, Brian Yost. Brian has done an outstanding job this past couple of years as he served as president in developing our new strategic plan and working with our many committees and programs. So thank you, Brian, for everything you've done for Taft. Before we disperse and go our separate ways, I'd like to leave you with a parting consideration. As we have illustrated tonight, 2020 was a year like any other, causing us to cancel our key fundraising events. But thanks to you, we were still able to serve our members and provide art experiences that the people of North Central Indiana hungered for during the pandemic. We all want 2021 to be a blank canvas, a renewal of sorts. And in some ways it is. Taft has committed to racial and cultural equity by creating a cultural equity statement. And in our new strategic plan, we reaffirm our belief that the arts are beneficial to the quality of life throughout Greater Lafayette. But 2021 still holds challenges for us. We are still battling COVID-19, yet we know that the arts can help us cope and rise to the moment. Tonight, I ask you to continue supporting Taft because access to the arts builds the creativity, economy, and community we need to strive during this unprecedented time. Tonight, I ask you to consider donating to Tippecanoe Arts Federation at tippecanoearts.org/donate. I also want to send our gratitude and a huge thank you to Mayor Tony Razowarski and the City of Lafayette, Mayor John Dennis and the City of West Lafayette, and Tippecanoe County and Commissioners Murtaugh, Byers, and Brown for their support in building our arts to grow the quality of life we cherish throughout Greater Lafayette. That's going to conclude our annual celebration tonight. Thank you to everyone for being with us this evening. Stay safe and healthy, and see you all soon. Have a great evening. Good night.
Kyra, you did good.
Thank you everyone for coming.
I just want to tell Pat that your video was amazing and you looked beautiful and wonderful, and you always look beautiful and wonderful, but I just loved
martinis. It's all about martinis.
No, you said you put on your Kyra mask for those. It wasn't martinis.
Oh, I had great coaching. But thank you very much, Mel.
I appreciate all of you guys' work in doing your clips and being so responsive and helpful. I really appreciate it. I was having a little heart attack for about the last 30 minutes, but it went well. So I'm really happy. Thank you all so much for being here.
You did great. As did Mel and Tisha and David. You all did fantastic. Not gonna.
Well done.
So poised. Everybody's so poised.
We've all done this before. Not like this, but somewhat. But thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and close the room. Have a great weekend. See you all soon.
Hi, Kathy.